Greetings from Bangkok, Thailand, and welcome to 30 Minutes Promoting Unity in Diversity with Wani Angerer in Moving Cultures. We are at the moment holding this position with our guests, telling everybody around the world that we support unity in diversity, that we are one, that we celebrate the global family, and that we are saying no to injustice. We are saying no to racism. We are saying no to discrimination. We are saying no to intolerance. And we are saying no to any kind of negativity around us that doesn't allow us to be one. So, with no more, let's welcome our guest number 202. He is a dancer and choreographer, and he has been engaged in different social causes in Kenya and also in some other African countries. His name is Vincent Owoko. So let's welcome Vincent. How are you, Vincent?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Fine, fine. Very happy that you accepted the invitation to talk about your life, your journey, what have you been doing, and what are you preparing for the future? So the first question is, who is Vincent Owoko?
Okay, Vincent Owoko is a dancer, a choreographer, and a teacher based in Nairobi, Kenya. Yeah, currently working with kids in different schools, and also apart from that, creating a lot of performances and projects around Kenya.
Okay, Vincent, it's very exciting that you are engaged in education, not only as a performer and an artist, but as a mentor. Tell us, how is the situation teaching art, specifically dance, in Kenyan schools at the moment?
Currently, it's really, it started rewarding due to the current curriculum that is being taught in schools, which is the CBC. But initially, it was like really hard because it wasn't being accepted as much. But now it's being accepted, and at least once a week, there are some schools which are like I've started doing dance classes in school, which is really nice, which is the academies. But it was different with the international schools because for them, they had already, it's something that they always do because it's part of their curriculum. But now it's really nice because like all the institutions are embracing dance.
Yeah, I know that you started your career as a dancer in an early age because you were granted a scholarship. Can you tell us your experience getting involved in the dance world?
I started dancing way back in 2010 professionally. That is way back in Kisumu. That is where I started dancing with the company called Yawa Dance Company, which is currently it's not in place. It closed down, but the good thing is its members are all over the world. Yeah. So from Kisumu, I came to Nairobi, where I got an opportunity to engage in different dance workshops and dance performances. And I got to learn a lot of things from those different workshops because I used to engage with a lot of choreographers nationally and internationally. Yes. So from that, I got to learn different techniques, which is ranging from ballet, contemporary, jazz, and it was really nice. And then from then, I've been doing a lot of freelancing. Yeah, that is in Nairobi. Yeah, apart from working with different companies here in Nairobi, but I've been freelancing. So I've always been working with them under like short contracts and stuff. Yeah.
I know that Kenya is very dynamic and very engaged in movement and dance.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when I said that you were starting your career as a dancer in early age, and also talking about the traditional influences in your life, because you come from an environment that is very musical and where dance is actually learned from early stages. Let's talk about dance and movement in Kenyan communities, and what was your experience as a child dealing with movement, because you are very much athletic and your body has a lot of memory on traditional movements.
Yeah, we have a really diverse movement when it comes to Kenya traditional dances. And I got privileged to be born a Luo.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and in Luo culture, we have a lot of different traditional dances. Yeah, so if you look at my movement, I have a lot of that in my movement, mostly doing the traditional African dances. And then also, apart from that, we are close to the Luyas, and also the Luyas, they have like really good traditional movement. Yeah. And then apart from that, I came to, because I've been interacting with different traditional backgrounds, because in Kisumu, it's like currently it's like a metropolitan. And apart from like being a center for Luas, but we get to have like uh, different tribes living there. So it was like easy changing uh, ideas and movements and culture. So, and it got like really, really good when I also came to Nairobi. Yeah. So yeah, that has been like my journey through the
Tell,
traditional.
tell me, what is the perception of the people in the villages about dancing? How do the people see the power of dancing to connect?
Yeah, the power of dancing is really strong in the villages, because most of the time that is what used to relieve like their stress, and that is what they use mostly to for celebration and stuff. So it's always in a span of 1 week, you might find like a series of several ceremonies happening, and most of the time it's always involved dancing. So they embrace it, mostly the traditional dances. But the other form of dances, which is the contemporary world, is when they're trying to embrace it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're trying to make a reconciliation between traditional and more academic dances, because when you're talking about ballet and you're talking about contemporary dance, those are styles that you have to learn in the school. And the
yeah,
traditional movements are part of your everyday activities. It's like walking, and when you're small, you just get inserted into that movement. Let's talk, how do you manage to understand the academic dancing, that is the classical styles, yeah,
yeah.
and then you put it together in order to enhance your capacities?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Yeah, that is how do you manage to connect with your tradition and stay true to the Kenyan or Luya or Luo movements, and then married that movement with the contemporary, with ballet, and with other styles that you have to learn in the school. Even breakdancing are movements that you need to learn because they don't belong to your tradition, right? How do you put those things together and make it work?
When it comes to movements, from what I've learned and experienced, is that it's easy to get it's easy to fuse, like let me say, the contemporary and the ballet, mostly when you have like really strong background in traditional dances. It's something that I came to understand with the different dancers I've associated with, because you find that most of the dancers who had strong background in classical, they get it really hard to bend on the other side of the traditional, let me say, traditional African dances. Yeah. And the other way around, if you find that there are dancers who like really had a good background in traditional dances, it's easy for them to get the other side of the dances, which is the modern, the classical, and the contemporary. Yeah. So it is something that it always helps with the movement, because you know when you get the traditional dances, which it's like moving all the body undulation, and there is that control. So it's easy. It's easy to do the classical and the contemporary because it's all entailed with the movement and control. Yeah.
Okay, I get your point about making it more organic. It's like a
Yeah.
person who has started from 3 years old to dance classically. The mind is very fixed into technique. So
Yeah.
the expression goes always second. What is always first
Yeah.
is the technique. And when we're talking
Yes.
about traditional dances, what it comes first is the emotion.
Yeah.
So the emotion goes on top of technique. So I see importance on really getting technique when you come from a traditional background to move to another level of expression.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also to move in another level of communication, as you say, with other associates and other colleagues and other people who come from different backgrounds. So let's show some images of your life as a dancer. Okay, this is the photo of our conversation where you are in the pose of International Women's Month, saying
Yeah.
no to bias and welcome unity and diversity.
Thank you.
Okay, I have some photos of you here from some time back. I think you were working with Adam Chieso, right? In those days.
Yeah.
Mm.
So should I give some intel of this photo?
Excuse me?
Should I explain something about this
Yes,
photo
please.
and
That's
what
the
you are
that's
doing?
the point. I want you to please give us some insight on the images.
Okay. This is one of the first production I did at the Goethe Institute, which I was like I had the opportunity of being one of the dancers and choreographers of the production. Uh, the, the production was called the Nairobi Performing Dance Series, Nairobi Performing Series. Yeah, at the Goethe Institute back then. So, but the production itself, the piece itself was called Wild Beast Migration. So this photo was taken from one of the solos that I was doing. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
This is when we visit one of the most iconic buildings in Nairobi. Tell us about this experience we have together.
Yeah, it was really nice, and uh, having working with you around in the city and trying to show people some of the most iconic places in Nairobi. It was really good. So this was one of my really good moments of our tour in town. Yeah,
Yeah. So dancing on top of Nairobi. Okay, I
yeah,
think this is a new photo.
yeah. This is a new photo. So this photo was taken by a friend of mine from Canada. Yeah, called what's his name? Uh, Justin. Yeah, I think the name is Justin. So we just met on social media, and through a story of mine, there was this day I went to an international school. They wanted a ballet teacher there, so I went there, and then I did a test class and got the students. And then after that, when I was supposed to be given the contract, then I was told there is somebody else who came to get the contract, which was a white person. So it's like the school preferred a white person than a black, yeah, than a
Mm.
black teacher. Yeah. And then that's how I lose the job there. So from the story that I was from that story, then this friend of mine reached me and said he want to do a story about me on racial discrimination. Yeah, so this photo was taken during the pandemic.
Okay, so when you said that you were not chosen for the position because of the skin color, how do you feel about it?
I felt so bad about it, but by the funny thing is that recently the school was now looking again for a teacher, and then it went round, and then it came back to me again. That's the funny thing.
So you are now working at the same that school.
No, I said I'm not going to work there.
So you decided not to engage with them. Okay, let's see
Yes.
what's happening here.
This one was this is like very recent. That is like 2 weeks ago. When I went to support a friend of mine. You remember the initiative that I sent to you about there is some lady doing something with women and
Yeah,
children?
yes, I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, this was the project. So during that day, I was doing dance movement therapy for older women. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I was part of the team that organized the event. It was a community-based event. Yeah. So
Okay.
this photo
Okay.
this photo was taken when we were just having fun. That is when the event had already finished.
Fantastic. This is one
Yeah.
of your contributions to moving cultures campaigns that they're taking place through the years. And this was
Yeah.
your award for last breast cancer awareness with the still other. So very beautiful. Talk to us about this image, Vincent.
This is one of my first photo shoots, color photo shoot. So by this time, I was working with the Academy of Dance and Art. So the assistant director there, which is Juliet, had a job about photo shoot. So they needed two dancers. So Juliet took me with her. So we went to do a photo shoot for some uh, photographer called Talisa. Yeah. So this photo was taken from one of the photo shoots we were
It's a
doing.
very powerful image, and it has a lot of harmony and geometry, so very well captured. Okay, this is one of our events at Galleria Mall with moving cultures and cultural stopovers. When we invited you to join Zaira Cacho, the dancer who came from Honduras as a guest. Talk to us about your experience dancing with Zaira.
My experience dancing with Saira was really good, and I really learned a lot from her. So, and from this collaboration has really built a good relationship with her. Since then to now, we are always still in talks, and we are still talking about future collaboration and all those artistic collaboration. I can just say in 2020 we formed let me say a movement called Dancers Connect, which Saira was one of the partners because I decided to reach out to my friends from different countries so that we can do an online collaboration.
Okay.
So yeah, we did an online collaboration, which Sarah was part of it. We were seven dancers, yeah, seven dancers from seven countries, which was a really good thing. Yeah,
Okay, so this was the last part of the activity.
yeah,
Okay, here you are again with moving cultures in the music and dance therapy sessions at the Nest in Runda, where we
yeah.
were working with mothers who just came out of prison and were rehabilitating to get back into society. So how was your experience working with them?
My experience working with them was really nice. Because also like I came to have conversation with some of them in person and getting to understand their experiences and what they have gone through and what made them being there. It was really um, it was really
Okay,
it was really intense for me. Yeah,
okay, here we are again. I
yeah,
know that before moving culture, you were more dancing for performances and teaching, and you started to volunteer actively with us. And I think it was a concept that was very new for a lot of artists in Nairobi and in Kenya. Just to visit different centers on a regular basis to share your talents and capacities and help people to be in a better position. Here you are with the craft artist from Ocean Soul, also one of the moving cultures partners that you supported in the therapy. Here you are with us in the
the
mall,
hub.
yeah,
Yeah,
getting ready for one of our activities with all the collectives and partners in the place, and with one of our international guests from Colombia, who is based from Spain.
yeah.
Here you are with me at Woodland Star School, again, supporting and sharing your talents with the kids and the music and dance therapy space. And this is our last image that you will let us know what's happening and what are you trying to pursue.
Okay, so in 2019, 2020, there are a lot of things that happened nationally and internationally. So due to the pandemic, a lot of uh, mental illness uh, came. So personally, I was really affected, and I got really into depression and stress because I lost most of my work, and being that I was a new parent, a responsibility really got a good part of me. Yeah. So during that time, also there were a lot of there were a lot of news on television and social media about people getting into get being suicidal, committing suicide, and a lot of domestic violence. So I I sat down and thought about it, and I was like, maybe this might happen because of a lot of mental illness, stress, and depression. So that's how I came with the project Lost State of Mind. So initially, I wanted it to be like more about just men, which was the first project was the search for men's lost state of mind. But I sat down and told myself that instead of just doing something about men, why don't I do something that is for both the genders? So that is how I sat down and wrote this project. So the first project I was supposed to do in Germany, which I applied for a residency with this same project, but unfortunately I wasn't chosen. Um, yeah, but I said since I couldn't like do it in the residency, because in the residencies they were providing resources and dancers and yeah. So this year I met a friend of mine who we dance we used to dance with him like sometimes back. And then he had always been telling me, yeah, we should do something. We should do something together. We should do a collaboration together. And then when we met, he told me that why don't we do a performance together this year? So I asked him, what do you have in mind? So he told me that I can try and get space and let's do a project together. So I told him, do you have a project already that we can work on? Because I have a project that is ready because I've already done the proposal for it. It's complete, and I started working on choreography because the project itself I started working on it in Sumu. Yeah. So that is because during the pandemic, everything really went south, and I had to relocate to Kisumu.
How are you going to impact communities with this project?
Yeah, so the project is about mental health. So we are planning to do, our main aim is to advocate for mental illness in the neighborhood. So that is nationally and internationally. Because the international side, we have collaborated with a dancer from Netherlands. She's called Lynn. And then here in Kenya, I've collaborated with a friend of mine who is called Suleiman. So we are planning to do a production that is going to advocate for mental health in the community.
So is going to be audio visual material? What is it exactly, the project? There going to be performances, there going to be workshops? What it entails?
So it entails performances and workshops. So whereby we've been trying to source out for partners who can come in to chip in resources. We have a psychologist who is on board, who is going to give a workshop and give a broad explanation about mental health and how you can know uh, you are undergoing mental illness. Because apart from just us performing it, because the best way we know how to express his performance. So we needed somebody who is more professional in the field of
Mhm.
mental health. Yes.
And what is your demographics?
Sorry.
What is your demographics? What is the population you're going to be working with?
Currently we are working with 8 dancers.
With who?
8 dancers in
Eight
the perform.
dancers. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
they're the participants in the project. Yeah, but
Yes.
who is
Yes.
the people that you're going to work for? For
The
example,
people we are going to. Sorry.
what is the people you are going to be working? Who are the beneficiaries from the
Or
project? Mhm.
the beneficiaries are the community. Yeah. Because this project the performance you're going to do in the community. Because we were thinking of doing it on the national theater, but we are like, no. If we take it to the national theater, we won't reach the people we want to reach. So we decided to do it in the neighborhood.
Mhm.
So our main audience is the community. We will only take it to the National Theatre due to high demand, whereby also other people can also
Mhm.
get to watch the performances. But the initiative is more on the community basis.
Okay, so it means that you're going to work on the performance with the content that will be addressing issues with mental health and how to improve those situations at the hand with experts in psychology, in psychiatry issues, and so on. When that's ready,
Yeah.
you're going to tour in the country presenting that
Ye-
show to the
Yes.
communities.
Yes. So the first project we are doing is a pilot project. But now we have the future plans, like because we have a vision of doing a tour with it. Which the tour we are supposed to start in September. So we are going to see on how much resources we are going to get during the pilot first, and then from then we'll also keep sourcing out for resources so that we can do a national tour. Because already we have a plan for doing a national tour for it.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
Vincent, very good. So we invite everybody to visit your links. Can you tell the audience about how they can go and donate and how they can find you?
Yeah. So on our social media, we have a page on Instagram, which is called Lost State of Mind. So which is lost, and then there is it's a lower, yeah, there is a lower case, not lower,
Mhm.
yeah. So but if you type lost state of mind, you're going to get to our page, whereby on that you can get information on how to donate to the project, and on Facebook you can also find our page on lost state of mind. There you will find information on how to give your donation. And also to add on that, if you want to reach me personally, you can always reach me on my Instagram and Facebook account, which is Vvyque Owoko, which is Vvyque. Yes. If you just type on IG at Vvyque, you will find me. And also the same with Facebook, Vvyque Owoko, yeah, which is Vvyque Owoko.
Okay, perfect. So we are welcome all of you to visit their pages, their hashtags, and well, be part of this great initiative. Vincent, what message will you give to society regarding to inclusion, participation, and diversity?
The message I'm giving to society is to spread peace and love, And then to no matter the situation that people are in, we should always like have an open mind about it. And
Mm,
I personally believe anything is possible when we work on it. Yeah.
exactly. And what will you tell people about the benefits of dance to heal and to feel in a better place?
Yeah, the benefits of dance are really wide, but one of them is dance helps you relieve stress. Dance helps you keep your body fit, and dance keep you happy. Dance add you more life. Yes.
Fantastic. You know, and this is once again, Vincent is
Why? No, no,
Vvyque, yeah,
no, no. VVY,
Y.
VVY.
Okay,
Yes.
let's put it there. Let's see, yeah, Vvyque, okay,
Yes.
Owoko. And then
Yes.
can find you in Facebook and then Instagram, right?
Yes.
Under the same name?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the hashtag for the GoFundMe?
Um. So I don't know. Let me see if you can
Mhm.
see this.
I think it's lost. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Lost
Eh,
state of
Lost.
mind.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So the other one is the downer one, not the middle one. It's
Uh-huh. Is the
yes,
underscore.
yes,
Okay.
the law and yeah.
Great. We're going to add also the hashtag in the publication of your video so the people know about it and can engage in this amazing project. Vincent, let's once again embrace solidarity. Let's embrace unity and diversity. And thank you for promoting these kind of activities with your work, your philosophy of life, and everyday activity. Okay. Blessings and looking forward to see you in the near future, Vincent. Okay.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Okay, thank you.
All the best.
Okay, thank you
Bye
so much.
bye.
Okay, bye bye.